Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Most of us have. After 70, those moments might feel more frequent and a little frightening. But here's hopeful news. While none of us can control everything about aging, we can control what sits on our plate. Today, I'll show you 6 everyday foods that can quietly blur memory over time, and the simple, delicious swaps that support a clearer mind. This isn't about perfection. It's about tiny, doable shifts that add up. Grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's care for your brain together. Sugary drinks and sweets, spikes that fog the mind. Picture Margaret, 72, who loves sweet iced tea and a mid-afternoon pastry. She noticed she felt foggy around 3 p.m. Here's why that can happen. Drinks and treats high in added sugar cause quick blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes. Over time, those swings are linked with lower energy, mood dips, and trouble with recall. What to limit? Soda, sweetened iced tea, energy drinks, flavored coffees with syrups, pastries, candy, and oversized dessert portions. What to try instead? Drinks, water with lemon, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or coffee with a splash of milk. If you enjoy sweetness, try a half-and-half mix, unsweetened tea plus a small amount of your usual sweet tea, and cut the sweet portion a little more each week. Treats, a small square of dark chocolate after lunch, fresh berries with Greek yogurt, baked apples with cinnamon, oat-based cookies, sweetened with mashed banana. Habit tip, keep sweetness inside meals rather than as standalone snacks. Pairing fruit with protein, like apple slices and peanut butter, slows the sugar rush and helps you feel steady for longer. Story, after swapping her afternoon pastry for a bowl of strawberries and walnuts, Margaret noticed fewer energy dips and found it easier to remember names at her book club. Ultra-processed meats, the convenient brain drain. Dave, 76, enjoys bacon at breakfast and deli sandwiches for lunch. These ultra-processed meats often contain preservatives like nitrites, plus high sodium and saturated fat. For many people, that combination is tough on the heart and blood vessels, and what supports the heart supports the brain. What to limit? Bacon, hot dogs, salami, pepperoni, mini deli meats, and meat sticks. What to try instead? Breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach and mushrooms, smoked salmon in small portions, or a veggie omelet with avocado. Sandwiches, rotisserie chicken you slice at home, canned tuna or salmon mixed with olive oil and mustard, or hummus with sliced veggies. Label tip, choose packages with short ingredient lists, no nitrite forms, and lower sodium per serving. Aim for under 350 mg sodium per slice, or serving when possible. Story, Dave replaced his daily bacon with a veggie omelet most days and saved bacon for Sunday brunch. He didn't feel deprived. He felt proud, and he noticed less afternoon sluggishness on his walks. Refined carbs and white flour, fast fuel, fuzzy finish. Nisha, 68, reaches for white toast at breakfast, white pasta at dinner, and crackers in between. These refined carbs act like quick burn fuel. They digest fast, can spike blood sugar, and leave you hungry again soon. Not ideal for steady focus. What to limit? White bread, regular pasta, crackers made with white flour, sugary breakfast cereals, and many packaged baked goods. What to try instead? Grains. Whole grain bread. Look for 100% whole wheat or whole grain as the first ingredient. Oats, barley, brown rice, or quinoa. Pasta. Whole grain or legume pastas, lentil or chickpea. Breakfast. Overnight oats with chia seeds and blueberries. Whole grain toast with avocado and tomato. Simple swap. Try half-and-half pasta. Mix regular pasta with whole grain the first week, then gradually increase the whole grain portion. Story, Nisha switched her morning cereal to steel-cut oats topped with blueberries and a drizzle of olive oil. She felt fuller, steadier, and noticed fewer "where did I put my glasses?" moments by noon. Foods high in trans fats or poor quality oils, quiet saboteurs. Tom, 74, loves packaged pastries and shelf-stable snacks. Many older products used partially hydrogenated oils, a major source of trans fats. And even today, some fried fast foods or cheap pastries can still hide them or rely on lower quality oils that don't do our brains any favors. What to limit? Old stock cookies or pastries with partially hydrogenated oil on the label, frequent deep-fried takeout, margarine sticks made with hydrogenated oils. What to try instead? Fats that love your brain, extra virgin olive oil for salads and low to medium heat cooking, avocado oil for higher heat cooking, a small handful of nuts, walnuts, almonds most days. Snacks, air-popped popcorn, roasted chickpeas, or a small portion of mixed nuts with a piece of fruit. Pantry refresh. Do a quick label check. If you find partially hydrogenated, retire that item. Replace with options using olive oil or high oleic oils. Story. Tom replaced his afternoon fried snack with a small bowl of walnuts and an orange. Within weeks, he reported more stable afternoon focus and an easier time following the plot of his favorite detective shows. Salty convenience foods, draining the brain by degrees. Elena, 71, lives alone and often relies on canned soups and frozen meals. Many are high in sodium, which can raise blood pressure. Healthy blood flow is vital for memory. What to limit? Instant noodles, canned soups with high sodium, frozen dinners with long ingredient lists, and frequent salty snacks like chips. What to try instead? Quick homemade soup. Simmer low-sodium broth with a can of no-salt-added beans, frozen mixed vegetables, spinach, and a splash of olive oil. Done in 10 minutes. Frozen Smart. Choose meals labeled reduced sodium, aiming for roughly 600 milligrams sodium or less per serving, and add a side of steamed veggies to dilute salt per bite. Flavor boosters, lemon juice, herbs, garlic, pepper, and a sprinkle of Parmesan deliver taste without a sodium overload. Story. Elena started rinsing canned beans and choosing low-sodium soups. She added a side salad and fruit. The change was simple, and her evening brain pressure and fatigue eased. Excess alcohol, quietly robbing tomorrow's clarity. George, 79, enjoys wine with dinner and a nightcap. While moderate intake may be fine for some adults, regularly sipping beyond that can disrupt sleep architecture, worsen balance, and cloud memory the next day. Certain medications also interact poorly with alcohol. What to limit? Routine nightly cocktails or multiple pours, using alcohol as a sleep aid. What to try instead? Boundaries. Aim for several alcohol-free nights per week. Keep pours modest. Sleep ritual, warm herbal tea, light stretching, slow breathing, or reading a soothing book. Social swap. Sparkling water with a squeeze of citrus in a wine glass feels celebratory without the fog. Story. George switched his nightcap to chamomile tea most nights. He slept more soundly and found his morning crossword easier. A small change with a big return. Which of these 6 foods shows up most often in your week? And what's one gentle swap you'd like to try first? Tell me in the comments. Your ideas may help someone else in this community. If today's episode gave you clarity or comfort, please tap like, subscribe for weekly brain-healthy living tips, and share this with a friend or family member who could use a little encouragement. Your brain, and the brains you love, are worth the care. Warm sign-off. Thank you for spending this time with me. Be kind to your plate, be kind to your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.